More than 5 years after the death of 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell, the trial of her mother, Megan Boswell, started this past week in Sullivan County.
In the serene landscapes of Sullivan County, Tennessee, a harrowing tale of deception and tragedy unraveled, capturing the nation's attention. Join us as we explore the heartbreaking case of Megan Boswell case, a story marked by the disappearance of 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell, a convoluted investigation, and a community's quest for justice. In December 2019, 15-month-old Evelyn Mae Boswell was last seen by family members. However, it wasn't until February 18, 2020, that her grandfather, Tommy Boswell Sr., reported her missing to the Department of Children's Services. This nearly 2-month delay raised immediate concerns among authorities and the public. The following day, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issued a statewide Amber Alert, describing Evelyn as a 15-month-old girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, approximately 2 feet tall and weighing around 28 pounds. She was last seen wearing a pink tracksuit, pink shoes, and a pink bow. The alert initiated an intensive search operation that quickly garnered national attention. The significant delay in reporting Evelyn's disappearance posed substantial challenges for investigators. The 2-month gap allowed for potential loss or compromise of crucial evidence and fading memories of possible witnesses, complicating the collection of accurate information. Conflicting statements from family members further muddied the investigation, leading to widespread confusion and speculation. As the case progressed, the complexities and inconsistencies surrounding Evelyn's disappearance became increasingly evident. This situation underscored the critical importance of timely reporting in missing person cases, as delays can severely hinder investigative efforts and diminish the chances of a safe recovery. Despite the community and law enforcement's concerted efforts to find Evelyn, the prolonged delay had already created significant obstacles in their path. As the search for 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell intensified, her mother, Megan Boswell, repeatedly misled investigators with inconsistent and contradictory statements, severely hampering the investigation. At first, Megan claimed Evelyn was with her father, Ethan Perry, a military serviceman. However, authorities quickly confirmed that Perry had no custody of Evelyn and was unaware of her whereabouts. Megan then shifted her story, alleging that Evelyn was in the care of her own mother, Angela Boswell, who had taken the child to Mendota, Virginia. This prompted an extensive search in the area, but no evidence of Evelyn was found. Further complicating matters, Megan later suggested that Evelyn had died in a co-sleeping accident, a claim that was later disproven. Megan's ever-changing statements wasted valuable investigative resources and delayed crucial search efforts. Sullivan County Sheriff Jeff Cassidy expressed frustration, stating, "Every time we talk to her, her story changes." The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation later testified that Megan's misleading accounts cost significant resources, wasted man-hours, and ultimately prolonged the search for Evelyn. Megan's contradictions not only confused investigators, but also sparked public outrage and media speculation. Her inconsistent behavior in interviews further fueled suspicion, making it increasingly difficult for law enforcement to determine the truth about Evelyn's fate. On March 6, 2020, the search for 15-month-old Evelyn Mae Boswell ended in tragedy. Acting on a crucial tip, authorities searched the property of Evelyn's grandfather, Tommy Boswell Sr., in Sullivan County, Tennessee. The investigation had already faced significant hurdles due to the misleading and contradictory statements from Evelyn's mother, Megan Boswell, which had delayed search efforts and created confusion. During their search, investigators focused on a small playhouse on the property. Inside, hidden within a trash can, they discovered the remains of young Evelyn. This devastating discovery immediately shifted the case from a missing persons investigation to a homicide inquiry. The condition of Evelyn's remains and the fact that she was concealed on a family property raised serious questions about who was responsible for her death and the attempt to hide the truth. News of Evelyn's discovery shook the community. Public grief turned into outrage, and candlelight vigils were held in her memory. Memorials appeared with flowers, stuffed animals, and heartfelt messages expressing sorrow and frustration. With Evelyn's remains found, investigators turned their full focus to Megan Boswell. Her inconsistent statements and evasive behavior fueled further suspicion, and law enforcement intensified efforts to uncover the truth about what really happened to Evelyn. What had started as a desperate search for a missing child had now become a full-scale homicide investigation, seeking justice for an innocent life lost. In August 2020, Megan Boswell was indicted on multiple charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and aggravated child neglect, in connection with the death of her 15-month-old daughter, Evelyn Mae Boswell. She pleaded not guilty to all charges. The trial commenced in early February 2025, drawing intense media scrutiny due to the case's tragic nature and the extensive search efforts that had preceded it. Over the course of the trial, the prosecution presented evidence including forensic analyses and testimonies from investigators, highlighting the inconsistencies in Megan's statements during the investigation. The defense argued that Megan's contradictory statements were a result of fear and confusion, not guilt. After deliberating for approximately 4 hours, the jury found Megan Boswell guilty on all 19 charges, including the 3 counts of first-degree murder. She was subsequently sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. The conclusion of the trial marked a significant moment for the Sullivan County community, which had been deeply affected by Evelyn's disappearance and death. The case underscored the importance of timely reporting in missing person cases and highlighted the challenges law enforcement faces when confronted with inconsistent information during investigations. In February 2025, following a week-long trial, a Sullivan County jury found 23-year-old Megan Boswell guilty on all 19 charges related to the death of her 15-month-old daughter, Evelyn Mae Boswell. The charges included 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and aggravated child neglect. The jury deliberated for approximately 4 hours before delivering the verdict. Subsequently, they sentenced Boswell to life in prison with the possibility of parole, opting against life without parole. This verdict concluded a case that had garnered national attention due to the tragic circumstances surrounding Evelyn's disappearance and death. The community, deeply affected by the loss, saw the sentencing as a step toward justice for the young victim. For more details, you can watch the judge announce Megan Boswell's sentence.
All right. Madam Foreperson, did the jury come to a unanimous decision for sentencing on counts 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you would deliver the verdict for count 1.
We, the jury, unanimously agree that the defendant shall be sentenced to imprisonment for life.
And did each member of the jury sign the form? All right. If that is each individual juror's verdict, please raise your right hand. Let the record reflect each juror raised their right hand. In count 2.
The jury unanimously agree that the defendant shall be sentenced to imprisonment for life.
And did each juror sign the verdict form?
Yes, Your Honor.
If that is each individual juror's verdict, please raise your right hand. The record reflect that each juror has raised their right hand. And in both counts 1 and 2, did you find an aggravating circumstance?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in count 3, did you reach a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you'll deliver that.
The jury unanimously agree that the defendant shall be sentenced to imprisonment for life.
And did each juror sign the form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you find an aggravating circumstance?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the verdict that's been delivered for count 3 is each individual juror's verdict, please raise your right hand. Let the record reflect that each juror has raised their right hand. General, do you desire an individual poll?
Yeah.
Mr. Scott? At this time, I propose that we release the jury from this case. Any opposition from the state? Defense? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your service. If you'll go with the officer. In count 1, the jury of your peers having set your punishment, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. In count 2, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. In count 3, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. We'll have to set this for sentencing hearing where we'll deal with merger, other issues, as well as sentencing in counts 4 through 20. Does she waive the 45 days, Mr. Scott?
She does.
Sentencing in this case for May the 8th.
Good. That is not good for me. I have a murder trial in Carter County the very next month.
May the 16th.
I expect the Carter County murder trial. We've got 2 weeks blocked off.
May the 23rd.
Yes, sir. I'll be here.
Sentencing will be held May 23rd. Pre-sentence report needs to be filed no later than April the 15th.
You have May the 22nd.
I do.
We'll use that instead.
We can't.
Thank you.
Is that good with the state?
Yes, Judge.
All right, May 22nd, we'll say at 1:30,
Yes.
at 1:30 p.m. Report by the Department of Corrections be filed no later than April the 15th. All right. Anything else we need to take up?
Nothing else.
Mr. Horn?
Yes, Judge. I think from this point going forward, since Mr. Stoutland's primary counsel in this case, I would make a motion to be relieved as co-counsel on behalf of Megan Boswell
All right.
going forward.
You'll be relieved. You were appearing as co-counsel pro bono.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court thanks you for your service.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Court will be recessed till Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. for the next trial.
The tragic loss of 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell profoundly impacted the Sullivan County community and beyond. In the aftermath of her disappearance and the subsequent discovery of her remains, community members organized vigils to honor Evelyn's memory, gathering to offer prayers, light candles, and share their grief. The case also spurred the formation of support groups such as Evelyn's Army, which rallied outside the Sullivan County Justice Center during the trial of Megan Boswell. Members held signs and engaged with passersby, demonstrating solidarity and advocating for justice on Evelyn's behalf. Beyond local gatherings, the case ignited broader discussions about child welfare and the critical importance of timely reporting in missing children cases. Many community members and observers emphasize the need for vigilance and prompt action when a child is unaccounted for, recognizing that delays can significantly hinder investigative efforts and reduce the chances of a safe recovery. The collective mourning and advocacy efforts underscored the community's deep commitment to protecting its most vulnerable members. Evelyn's story served as a poignant reminder of the responsibilities shared by individuals and society to ensure the safety and well-being of all children. The Megan Boswell case serves as a somber reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by our youngest members of society. The tragic death of 15-month-old Evelyn Mae Boswell, discovered concealed in a playhouse on family property, underscores the critical need for vigilance and compassion in protecting our children. Megan Boswell's conviction on multiple charges, including first-degree murder, and her subsequent life sentence with the possibility of parole, highlight the severe consequences of failing to safeguard the well-being of the most vulnerable. This case has profoundly impacted the Sullivan County community, sparking discussions about child welfare and the paramount importance of timely reporting in missing children cases. It emphasizes the collective responsibility of individuals, families, and authorities to ensure the safety and protection of all children, reinforcing the need for proactive measures and unwavering commitment to prevent such tragedies in the future. Thank you for joining us in this comprehensive overview of the Megan Boswell case. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share to help raise awareness and prevent future tragedies. Your support enables us to continue providing valuable content and fosters a community dedicated to child welfare and safety.